How's it going, geometry guys? Today we are looking at 6.9 proofs using coordinate geometry. Same thing we've been doing, but we're going to do more of it. Why? Because it's good for us. It's good for our logic parts of our brains, our parietal lobes, to keep them growing. Yeah. So we're going to do proofs now. We're given triangle OEF is a right triangle. That's 90. And we're given that M is the midpoint of EF. Prove EM equals measure of FM is measure of ohm. Okay, I wonder if the radio knows about this. Okay, so for coordinate proof, first we always start with given. Given is that the triangle OEF is a right triangle. Right? Right? Okay, and then also we know M is midpoint. My penmanship is horrendous. Okay. Here are some things we gotta keep in mind. One of the first things I would actually do on this beast is find the coordinates for M and O. Well, the coordinates for O are good old OO. Okay. Our coordinate for M, well, remember our midpoint formula? 0 plus 2a over 2 for our x, which ends up being a. And 2b plus 0 divided by 2 for our y. That's our midpoint formula, guys. Y plus y divided by 2, x plus x divided by 2. That ends up being b. Okay. Now, what we're going to have to do is use our distance formula. Don't you guys love that thing? We use it all the time. Okay, so let's use our distance formula. So really next we're going to find the distance. So here goes nothing. Well, EM equals, what color should we make point E? Do you guys want point E to be black? Point F is going to be red. So you guys know where I'm getting these numbers from that I plug in. So EM, here's my distance formula. Minus squared plus something minus something squared, right? So EM, I'm going to plug in my E points first. Okay, so I'm going to plug in my x and my y. Okay. And then I'm going to plug in my m. That I know those are supposed to be black. I made it black, but then I used the red. But that's E. That's E. M is my x, my y. So I end up with square root of a squared. Because what's negative a squared? It's positive. Plus, what's 2b minus b is b plus b squared. Okay? You guys, that does not equal a plus b. Don't even think about it. Doesn't. Please don't. Please. Okay. Next, let's find FM. Well, you usually hit source in your car or band and you get, okay, that drove terrible. Square root of something plus or minus something plus something minus something squared, right? Now F is supposed to be red. So I'm going to plug in 2a. My 0. Okay. Now I'm going to go and plug in my endpoints. Endpoints are A, B. You can see they're up here too. 2a minus a is a. 0 minus b is negative b. So we get a squared plus negative b squared is positive b squared. Right? Okay. And last but not least, we gotta find OM. One last time, we're gonna use this fancy formula: minus something squared plus minus something squared equals something, something, something. So now we gotta find OM. Now when I plug in O, I'm gonna use that as my second point because they're both 0. Okay? And that's from right here. Now for M, I'm gonna plug in my A and my B. And by George, what do we end up getting with this? A squared plus B squared. Okay? So, OM equals FM equals EM equals square root of A squared plus B squared. So we're done. That's it. That's our proof, guys. Okay. Slide 1 check. Slide 2, here we go.
Alright, finite proof of a triangle mid-segment of 0, 0, pi dash 1.
Okay, and here's a quick reminder of what that says. I know I didn't put your notes. I apologize. Okay? That's if you have a triangle, you connect your midpoints, then this is parallel and it's half the size. Okay, so there's 2 things to prove. 1, 2, this is your given. Okay? 2 things to prove. So first things first. We got a coordinate plane. Let's make a triangle on this beast. Okay. We're going to call this ABC to go along with that one. And this will be DE. Okay. B's point is going to be 0, 0. Okay. A will make 2A, 2B. Again, we're using 2 in front because we're going to cut them in half because it's a mid-segment. So that means C, I'm going to make 2C, 0. Right? Right. That means E, well, to find E, you have to find the midpoint. So we do 2A plus 2C, all divide by 2. X plus X divide by 2. Your X coordinates added, divide by 2. Your 2's cancel. A plus C is your X coordinate. Okay? And the second part is 2B plus 0, divide by 2, so it's B. So that means D is going to be, well, AB. Because for both of them, you're going to get 2A over 2, 2B over 2. So you get the point AB. Okay? So again, that's our given. Let's do the proof. First, what slope of DE is. Now what's our slope formula? Our slope formula is my change in y or my change in x, right? Put E first. So that's my E points. I'm going to do green for D, okay? So my change in y's, so B minus B, and that's A plus C, that's all for E, right? Minus A. So my slope ends up being B minus B is 0 over C, so it's just 0. Okay? Now my slope of BC is, okay, so we have a red one, we'll make the other one black. We'll make B black. Okay. What's my change in y's? Or my change in x's? That's my xy coordinate for C. Plug in my xy for B. And we still get 0 over 2C, which is still 0. Hence, DE is parallel to BC. Okay, so my second part of the proof. We have to prove that DE is half the size of BC. So we're going to use distance formula. Use your D formula. Okay. Distance. Whenever you're talking about size, you gotta use your distance formula. If you're talking about parallel, perpendicular, you gotta use your slope. Just like skiing. Okay. So first, let's find DE. Remember that formula, square root of something minus something squared plus something minus something squared. Okay. So we're doing DE. So D is AB, right? Yeah, so I'm going to plug in. And that was in green. My X, my Y for D. Now for E, I plug in my X and my Y. Okay. B minus B is 0. A plus C minus A is C. So you end up with square root of C squared, which is just C. That's my distance of DE. Right? Agree? Okay, next we gotta find BC. Well, you see that was a long time ago, at least 2,000 years. 2013, I think. My square root of something minus something squared plus something minus something squared. Okay. So let's see, what color did I use for B? I used black. I'm going to put my X, put my Y for B. Now for C, I'm going to put in my X, then my Y. So we end up with 2C here. So we get square root of 2C squared, the whole thing squared, which is 2C. Okay. So if D equals C, BC equals 2C, and then DE equals 2 times BC, right? Substitution. And that means half of DE equals BC by the division property. Okay? This is nasty. But we did it. That's all there is to it. Enjoy.